Stemming from my preliminary conversation on the 21st of September with President Zelensky, and following her strategic mandate to keep up and running the community engagement, particularly involving the Basque community in Kern County and Bakersfield, my Fulbright Scholar in Residence aims not only to plant seeds, Dr. Novak, but also to collect the harvest. Here, from the newly launched Institute for Basque Studies, to allow flourishing new emerging forms of community engagement by intertwining, blending, merging, on the one hand, entrepreneurship, but on the other hand, digital citizenship. Sorry. What does it mean in practice? In the real context of Bakersfield and the Kern County. We all know that, according to B3K, in sectors as diverse as transportation, aerospace, agriculture, and energy, Kern County has been fertile ground for innovation and entrepreneurial spirit for more than a century. Not surprisingly, B3K is structured through 5 opportunity industries: advanced manufacturing, aerospace, business services, energy, carbon management, and entrepreneurship. These data are shared and managed with community stakeholders. As such, we are talking about entirely a new digital economy and society around us, which is called data-driven economy. And this fact has been clearly exacerbated, is why I mentioned before post-pandemic, has been exacerbated in post-pandemic times, showing that the way we create wealth and the manner we wish to foster inclusive communities inevitably is related to our way to understand and operate in data-driven economies. Let me illustrate this key idea of my presentation with this. This is the cover of The Economist in May 2017, in which, as you can read, the cover mentioned that the world's most valuable resource was no longer oil, but data. And of course, I can imagine your reaction at the moment, because saying in Bakersfield, in the capital of Kern County, where the 70% of oil, the 60% of renewable energy provision in the state of California is created here, it could be seen as a provocation. In emphasizing that Bakersfield and Kern county's socioeconomic model should start thinking as a data-driven economy. At the end of the day, all economic sectors are driven by data. And data are the raw material to reshuffle business models. So data-driven economy could be defined as the world's most valuable resource is no longer oil by data, as long as it's extracted and shared with local communities. Consequently, data are not the oil of the 21st century, they are people. And thus, our local economies at city, at county level could be organized, it's a potential, it's not compulsory, data cooperatives. Could you imagine a federated model of data cooperatives? Is something that is going on. It's not just wishful thinking. And this is exactly, I'm going to emphasize this is exactly the connection with the Basque country, with the Basque Studies program, with the Institute. Because the largest business group in the Basque country is a cooperative corporation made up of 250 firms, employing almost 100,000 employees worldwide. I'm talking about Mondragon Cooperative Corporation. Mondragon Cooperative Corporation is a business cooperative corporation as an entrepreneurial socioeconomic entity with deep cultural roots in the Basque country. It's committed to the community and to the improvement of competitiveness and to the satisfaction of customers, to create wealth within society through entrepreneurial and development and job creation, preferably membership jobs in co-ops. It consists of 4 main areas: industrial, retail, financial, and Technological Center, and I know quite well because myself I worked for 10 years, almost 10 years back now in this group. The stakeholders you can see in the slide, I'm not going to mention all of them, but I would like to just emphasize, I mentioned Richard Chapman already, and I will also like to acknowledge the Mayor Karen Go that is here with her team, that we have a very inspiring meeting, and probably some of the ideas that came after having this meeting that I attended with Stephen Gamboa, with Dr. Gamboa. And also I attended myself community engagement activity in Delano, and then I have been having some productive and ongoing discussion with Bitwise Industries. As you know, Luis Iturreria is here. They invited me to having a wonderful kind of Basque food in the fair, and so I attended. And then, because nobody just brought me to the Basque Club, I just met this, let's say, very diverse stories about people from the community. Very diverse, but very new for me even. So I was shocked with some things that they told me. But Jose and Jesus from Navarra, from Nafarroa, from Vizcaya, from Aulesti and from Bastan. Very interesting discussions at a very streetwise level beyond the academia. Cardiff in the UK. To do what? We have identified some stakeholders in Bakersfield and Kern County, coordinated by the Institute for Basque Studies. There is in Bilbao at the moment a new district that is called the Little Manhattan, that is called as Fabric, that is connecting quite a lot of economic and institutional activity led by Mondragon University in Bilbao. And where the place that I come from, that I'm a principal research fellow, reader, in Cardiff University, last year, a social science research pack was launched called Spark at Cardiff University.